All right, good morning, folks. Whew. So today is my super long day. I go from like work to school, and so pretty much out of the house for about 14-15 hours. So I definitely am gonna tweak my makeup routine just a little bit so that we can make sure it's gonna kind of last and stay together all day. So I'm just going in with my Nivea cream. Gotta make sure we are moisturized. It does have like this white film, as you can see at first, but you just have to really blend it out. So all blended out. I had to get up this morning at like 3:45 because I needed to shower and kind of honestly wash my hair because I had put some oil in yesterday and I left it overnight, and so usually when I leave my oil in, I have to wash my hair the next day because otherwise the oil, it just doesn't absorb in. So, and I'm trying to grow back a lot of like thinning on this side. Like I don't have as much on this side, but I have thinning on this side. So I'm like, okay, you know, trying to just make sure I am using oil regularly. And I will put the oil, the name of the brand, if you're in Detroit especially, pick some up. It's really good. It's all my wife and I use for our hair. Okay, so when I said I want to kind of tweak my makeup a little bit, mostly I'm gonna make sure I wear a foundation that is gonna last with me all day. First things first, I'm just gonna go in with the eyebrows. So there's just some areas that I would like to kind of fill out and shape. So same product, angled brush, spoolie, and I usually just kind of brush it down so I could see the areas that I need to fill in, like all right there, and then you could see I need to fill in areas right there. So the difference, and we'll clean it up with some concealer and stuff later. Same thing here. And then we will lock it down with some mascara later. Or you can use lash glue as well. I think I am gonna do a eyeshadow today, a concealer that I pretty much am gonna like carve out my eyebrows with. So I'm just gonna use the Too Faced Honey, a flat brush. Same thing for the other side. Now, if you want to clean up the top part of your eyebrow, I would suggest using your foundation color so you don't have that like halo effect where it looks like super carved out. You want it to be more natural and kind of blend. So on the inside, I use like the concealer, and then on the outside to clean up, I do foundation. There's that. A concealer brush and just pat down the product here. And I love this concealer because it literally looks like the color of my skin. So it's a kind of like a natural color. And then I'm going to take my, this is the Morphe translucent powder. And it just helps to kind of not have the creasing. Use for an eyeshadow palette, I'm going to use the Give Them Lala, the Grown Woman palette, and the colors are there. The Wife color. Take that, and I'm just going to kind of go around above my crease. And it honestly is like the shade of my skin, so I can't really use it. So that might be a good color to use when I'm doing underneath my brow. So we're gonna go up to Boss Lady because it's a little bit, it actually has some color. And I'm just gonna give some color there, like a little shadow. It's a little orangey. You want to layer the colors, but you want to make sure you layer lighter to darker. So this is my light color. Okay, so you can see it's orangey. It's just going to be like a background color that's going to poke out under the other color. Okay, we've done that. So now I want to go in with a little bit of a darker color, and I'll pick out just a smaller brush. This brush was a little bit like all over because I wanted to cover more. This one is a little bit smaller. This is a good one. This is Teddy Boy, and this is by Butter London. My sister-in-law actually got me this palette, so I'm never throwing it away. So I'm just gonna go in with like the dark brown shade here because I just need a, you see that? I'm just gonna place, I'm just gonna keep it right here. I'm just gonna keep it right here. Just place that there. Instead of going that way, I'm gonna just come down with it on the lid and then come down on the lid. You don't always have to know what you're doing when you're putting on eyeshadow. Honestly, I never have a plan. I'm just sometimes mostly winging it. I'm just like, oh, that color looks nice, and they don't even match or go together, and I just make them go together. So okay, and this is like a brown color on here, but then it comes out blue. So what I'm gonna do is, now that I've kind of created, my little shadows in the corner there, I do actually have to find like darker brown. This is the Tartelette Juicy palette, and I do have two browns there that I can use. So I'm going to use the brown one and see if I can make this more brown than blue. And I'm just going to go over it with the same brush. Okay. Perfect. It's making that blue color more brown. Okay, there you go. All right, perfect. So now I'm gonna see if I can just use a lighter color underneath my eyes so I don't have to carve it out with concealer and then recover it. So let's just see how that works, how that goes here. I'm gonna use the color Happiness on this Tartelette palette, and then just, ooh, it's like really gray. That's not the best color to use. Okay, let's go back to the Give Them Lala and use that wife color that was more like my skin tone color, and see if I can kind of brush this out. Okay, well, better than looking orange. Okay, because I really did not want to have to carve it back out, but of course you can always carve it back out if you need to. Okay, for now, I know the eyes look a little crazy and we're not done, but we're gonna come back to MAC Studio Fix. And I love this concealer. I love this foundation because it has some SPF 15. Of course, SPF 15, I mean, that's kind of low, but at least it has it in there, right? I'm gonna use my palette thing. That was from the other day, so I'm gonna move over there. That much is how much we're gonna use. So we're gonna go back in and use that flat brush from the other day. And I'm just going to swipe. This is the only time that I am swiping any makeup. You see how it immediately covers over like all my freckles and pretty much everything. Great coverage. Okay, and just gonna go in right there and kind of get in there. And the only place I'm not gonna put any foundation is gonna be under my eyes, because again, less product is better, especially if you have a lot of creasing. Like I have a lot of creasing under my eyes just naturally. So the more product I pack under there, the worse it becomes for, it just creases more the more product you put. So you want to put less. So moisturizer and concealer, and then your setting powder under your eyes only. I'm gonna take this foundation brush and just start patting in. I always do a thin layer of foundation. You can, if you need more coverage, you can always put more, but I tend to just go with a low amount of foundation. And I still saved some foundation because I do want to go over the top of my eyebrows like we talked about, so that it can be nicely carved, even though it's already pretty nicely carved. But there we go. I take my flat brush, grab some product there, and just go over top of my eyebrows. I'm gonna take that concealer brush from earlier. This is the LYS stick, and this is in No Limits Courage, and I think I'm almost out of this, so I'm gonna be buying a new one soon. But I really like this color, and it's very creamy, so it's really easy to blend. I'm just gonna take it and go over my cheekbone, and I'm going to go from here down, here down, and that's it. Contour brush and blending. And when I'm blending, I'm patting. Don't swipe. You're just gonna move everything in the wrong areas. So we're just gonna pat and blend. Pat and blend. You see how nicely that just blends like butter? I just love that. Same thing here. Blends like butter. You see that? You see how it creates these shadows? That's what you want. You don't want harshness, but you want those shadows. All right, and then for the nose, we're gonna go in with just a smaller brush, and same thing. And you can take it into the eyebrow too. Trust the process. So today I'm going to be using this Morphe Perk Up Cheek and Lip Color, and I'm just going to place it right above that contour there. This is a really pink color. Put some a little bit on my nose. It's like a very, it goes on like a very natural pink for me, so not too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that Beckisue in 260 again from the other day, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on top to bring a little bit more color, and then we're going to just blend that out. And again, patting motions. And then I usually go into like a C, so I put a little bit blended out with that contour. It doesn't look super harsh, it's really blended in. Same thing on this side. So now you can see the contour and the blush have really mixed well. I brought some up there. So now we're gonna go in with concealer. So this is the Tarte concealer, and this is in Tan Deep Sand. So I'm gonna just go ahead and take some and put it here. And then this is where we can kind of clean up our eyeshadow there. So we can just place that there. Put some here. I'm gonna put some right there. Bring some there, and I'm just going to clean that up right there. Bring some right here and right there. That's all the placement. So I'm gonna start with the outside of my face before I move in with a smaller brush. And this is kind of like an angled brush, so I'm just gonna pat this out. So because this is my really long day, I'm using products that I trust for a long day. If it was a shorter day, I would be using more like drugstore makeup, but today I'm using my MAC, my Tarte. You'll see more of my Laura Mercier powder, setting powder. The other day we had used like the Fit Me powders, but not today. I'm not going to be using that. I want to stick to the stuff that I don't have to worry about separating. Okay, so now that we've done the outer parts of the face, we're gonna go into the middle. So I'm gonna use my concealer brush, and I'm just gonna start right here and clean that up just a little bit. You see how it's right in. Perfect. Other side, bring it up to the nose here. Kind of. Pretty. And then we're just gonna take that up. Very nice. Okay, now while we kind of wait for the concealer to dry down a little, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna set my contour because anything that you use that's creamy, liquidy, you need to set. So we're gonna set that first because that was something that I placed down first. To set it, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury in Deep Fonts. What I wanna do is I'm gonna use kind of like a smaller fluffy brush just because I can take it and I can be more precise with it. So I just wanna make sure you get all those areas where you placed it. So all around the face, right there. I love this Charlotte Tilbury contour powder. It's like not too dark, but it really helps keep that shadow that I wanted to keep. So see how we've worked it out and you can kind of see a shadow. That's what you want. And then I'm gonna go in for the nose area too because I just want to make sure I also set that. So I'm gonna use a smaller brush for a little bit more precision. Just bring it into that eyebrow there. So see, you've created kind of like a shadow. You're just smoothing it out. There. So now you've set all those powder areas. The next thing you're gonna do is, see I'm already getting creasing under my eyes here. So I'm gonna get like a clean powder puff, and I'm just going to kind of go in here, and this helps get some of that excess product out of those lines. There you go. You can put more concealer if you want like a lighter color. So in fact, let's do that. So I'm going to use this Stay Naked Urban Decay, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit to kind of brighten. If you have a lot of pigmentation, you can use some like orange, depending on your skin tone. Like I would use like a light orange color to kind of color correct, but I mean, you know, when I'm going for super flawless, cool if I'm going to an event or something, but I'm still just getting prepared for like just the day of work and school, so I'm not too concerned. So you just kind of smooth that out there, and it immediately kind of picks up that area a little bit. You see? Gives it more of like that bright color. I am gonna get ready to set this, and then the blush too. The blush will get set, so let's get ready. I saw that somewhere. I think when I said it, I'm going to try to do that so I can really get in there. All right, so we're going to use my very trusted Laura Mercier in Translucent Honey. I'm going to take a powder puff, and I like this one because it has a point to it, because I want to start with the under eye. So, and I usually brush off some, but today I want it all. So since I really just needed to get set for real, I'm just gonna go in and set. So here you can kind of carve out that nose area too, and keep that nice and precise. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna set around my mouth because I have creasing here. I'm gonna try that technique. So all right, and let's just go right here. So I'm going to set all the areas that I have concealer in. And I'm going a little bit heavy-handed, again, because I have all day to get through. So I'm going in a little bit heavy-handed. Carve that out. Get in there on the sides of the nose. One thing about Laura Mercier is going to set your stuff, okay? So now that I've kind of pretty much I've set all my powders, I mean my creams and contour, creams and liquids, everything has been set. So now I can kind of go in and put some more contour powder, do my blush placement. So let's do that. So I'm going to go back in with my Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm just going to place a little bit more there and here. And then I'm going to go back in for the nose. Girl, the nose is looking good. Okay. The same blush over here. I'm just going to blend both of those. Pull out extra. Lightly go in here to kind of layer right over the contour. You see, so you can see the contour, then you can see the blush, and I do like a V placement, V or C placement there. Same thing on the other side. Pretty. And see, the eyeshadow is now coming together as well. Okay. Getting there, folks. We're getting there. All right. So now I'm going to take my Glowish by Huda Beauty, and this is in medium. It's a luminous pressed powder. So you see these lines right here? That like cut we did with the setting powder. I just want to kind of blend that out a little bit so it doesn't look so cut out. So I'm just going to use some of this powder, pressed powder, and see, kind of blend it out a little bit. Like I still want it to be there, but more my color, if that makes sense. Go. Okay, do some there. Just here, kind of blend all that out. You don't want like harsh lines. You want everything super blended. And we are looking blended. Very nice. All right. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna take a little brush and just also go in there and right there. Pretty. Okay. Then I'm gonna go in with my Kiss Glow and Bronze powder. Oh, I use this every day. Okay, I don't even care. Like, this is super drugstore makeup, $6 on Amazon, and I love it so much. Okay, so we're gonna take some of this and then watch. Look how pretty that is. Just right there, and then just to kind of give it a nice little blend. And then right here, look, see that? Who doesn't like gold? Get some up there. And then I'm also gonna put some, oops, I'm gonna put some right here. And then if you keep kind of packing it, it's super pretty. One thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dress up, and I'm always gonna like dress up, and I'm always gonna put my makeup on, and I'm gonna get out in the world and do me. So it gives it a little sparkle shine there. All right, there. So we're super glittery, super pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and spray myself down. Just gonna use the Morphe setting spray. Whew. I was gonna do an eyeliner, but I don't even know what time it is. I think I have to like hurry up now. So we're gonna just go ahead and do a mascara. This is the Maybelline Colossal. Just gonna put some, and then I'm gonna go over it with my Fenty bottom. I just love going presentable into the world when I step outside of my house. When you do yourself up, you dress up, you feel good. When you feel good, you perform better. And I always like to make sure I get myself together. So I'm just gonna go over my eyebrows. Remember, I don't really use glue on my eyebrows, so the mascara is gonna be the best I'm gonna do. So super pretty just by itself, but we're gonna do another layer with the Fenty. I love this mascara. It really is amazing. It just takes the eyelashes up a notch. And I didn't use my curler today because I was lazy. I know, all this, right? And then to get lazy at the end. How sad. Okay. Just trying to curl it a little bit. And there you go. So that's done. And see, my eyeshadow, it's not too much. It's not too much nighttime. It's daytime, nighttime. Like, you can't really tell what it is. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to keep it light. Okay, so we're finally down to the lip. So let me grab a lippy. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it really simple because I'm gonna have to probably keep applying like a lip all day realistically. So I think I'm just gonna do like a gloss. So this is just a Smashbox gloss Angels, and this is in Celeb something, I don't know, but it's like this pretty pink color. This is Persona, and then so let's just go for it. Just because gloss is easier to just apply all day versus like a lipstick, and it's a light color, so it's fine. And there it is. That way I can just keep applying this gloss and I don't have to worry about, you know, dealing with a lipstick or anything like that, because who wants to keep applying lipstick all the time? I honestly just wear lipstick when I know it's like a short, like couple of hours, but not like all day, because I know I'm just going to be reapplying, eating, drinking, whatever. So yeah, let's spray ourselves down with one more. There you go. What do we think? Super pretty, right? Let's look at it under that light. Pretty. Hope you slay the day, and I will see you guys next time. Please make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, and we will chat soon. Bye.